Recording. All right, get your smiley faces out, guys. So welcome to the Start Lifestyle call tonight. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sam, and I am extremely excited to share this message with you tonight because I believe it's going to come from a different space than normal. So just to kind of kick off, I want all of you on the call to get refamiliarized with this mission statement if you don't know it already. And for those of you that are brand new onto the call, welcome. Welcome and thank you from the bottom of my heart for setting aside some time in your evening to jump on this call and learn what START is about, because it is incredible, it is life-changing, and you would be missing out if you didn't know about it. So I'm just grateful that you're here with us today. So what is our mission? Our mission is simple, guys. It's to ignite all young people to own their lives physically and financially, and through our contributions create freedom and a lasting legacy. And at the end of that, I would always add, for our loved ones, you know, because a lasting legacy for who? Not just for me, but for the people in our lives that we love. So I'm just going to kick off, guys, with my story. Okay, so you guys obviously, for the new people on the call, won't know me from a bar of soap. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time just telling you about how Isagenix and the Start Your Life movement made its way into my lap and what it's done for me. And then I've got a super powerful message I'd like to share with you all. So before I started Isagenix, I was a burnt out corporate worker. So I was working about 60 hours a week in a job that just did not fill me up. And kind of cut a long story short, I was doing what most people seem to do, especially here in the UK, to relieve stress, and that's go out at the weekends and drink as much alcohol as you can get down your head, wake up on Monday feeling like death warmed up, and then rinse and repeat that process over and over and over again, wondering where on earth all my money's gone. And so I repeated this process for about, no joke, about 2.5 years, still not getting the message. And a good friend of mine reached out to me and he said, Sam, for the guy that I see in you, the big smiley, bright spark, you know, energy, light a room up guy that I know and love, you are really, really wasted where you are right now. He said, it hurts me to see you not live into your potential. And I almost broke down in tears because I'd never had anyone say that about me before, or to me, to be a stand and say something so brave, you know. And so I watched him for a little bit on Facebook. His life took off physically and financially. And I decided to jump on the products and just see what all the hype was about. See if this before and after phenomena that was taking place in everyone's newsfeed was really true. And in 16 weeks, guys, it rocked my world. It changed my body. It changed my mindset. It revitalized the way I thought about life. And I felt incredible. And, you know, you can see from the before and after, I was very, very, very confident to take my top off on a beach after I'd completed my Ice the Body challenge, which was definitely a new experience for me as well. I wasn't the pasty guy with the weird tuft of hair on his chest anymore. I was in a body I was proud of. And so from there, I learned about the Start Your Life movement and the business opportunity. And guys, let me just say that what I was experiencing at my job was just a whole lot of emptiness, a whole lot of barriers and obstacles and things stopping me from getting to my dreams. You know, it was a limited paycheck. I had to be tied to an office job, desk for 40, 50, 60 hours a week. I couldn't choose who I worked with, and some of the people in that sales floor, you know, God bless them, I just did not like. I didn't really have a good relationship with my boss, and I never felt heard. I never felt like I was a human being that mattered. I just felt like another cog in the machine, another employee on the sales floor. And so my life was limited. You know, I was always broke. I was always frustrated and stressed, and I didn't have an answer. And when I realized that there was a business opportunity attached to this transformation I just had, my heart space opened up, and I just realized, if I can do what I just did with my body, then why can't I do what I just did with my body to my bank account? Why not? You know, my body had always been that way, and I changed it in the space of 16 weeks. Why can't I do that with my lifestyle and my bank account? And so I just threw myself into this thing. I started sharing it with people like crazy. I was telling my mum, my dad, my friends, my siblings, strangers, you know, nobody could stop me from sharing this experience with people. And what you're seeing up there on the screen, guys, is just a few snippets of what's happened to my life over the last 3 years and 9 months, almost to the day. And it has transformed everything. I've found my soulmate, which is Hannah McRae. She's on the call through this incredible business. I found a group of friends who lift me up and hold me accountable and constantly remind me of what's possible and believe in me. They pour belief and accountability into me every day. And I've traveled all around the world thanks to this, thanks to network marketing, thanks to Isagenix, and thanks to the Start Your Life movement. So enough about me. I want to show you how you can do this. And guys, I want to really get you guys, if you're doing something right now, if you're distracted, please put down whatever you're doing and be ultra present with me, because if I was told this when I was 18 years old, I would already be a multi-millionaire by now. So this message is so powerful. This literally has the potential to change your life forever. Okay, and so my first question to you guys, and I want you to be really real with this, like, you know, face this question, as scary as it is, and just in your head, just ask yourself, honestly, are you living your ideal life? It's a scary question, right? And whatever came up for you then, guys, if you could just chuck into the chat some things that you feel would get in the way of you living your ideal life now. So, you know, for me at the time, it was a lack of money. But just chuck in the chat, guys, and I want to just read a few of these out to see what kind of stuff you guys are dealing with. Okay, so we've got, Louise says work, Brad, work, a lack of money. You know, people around you, keep them coming, guys. Lack of money, again, absolutely. So it seems to be the same things for people, right? There we go. Meg says defo a lack of money as well. Work, children, lack of money, people being against it. People being against you doing well for yourself. How crazy is that? A lack of time freedom. Thank you so much, guys. Not enough time freedom. So same things usually every time I ask this question is it's a lack of time, a lack of money, and a lack of support and community. Okay? And so what sets Isagenix apart from the rest of the world and every other opportunity out there, there's not a lack of opportunities, guys, but there's a lack of things that give you both a time freedom and financial freedom. It is so rare. And I want you to understand that even the top 5% of income earners in this world are time poor. They have enough money to do whatever they want for the rest of their lives. But I guarantee you that they don't get anywhere near enough time to enjoy the fruits of their labor. So just imagine for a second if this thing that I'm about to share with you could offer you both of those things, time freedom and financial freedom. Just imagine it. Okay, it sounds too good to be true, right? So that's exactly how I felt when I first looked at this opportunity. So if you're skeptical, it's normal, okay? Not very many things like this come across your lap in a lifetime. So network marketing is the industry we're talking about, guys. The Start Your Life movement is just our hearts, voices, souls inside of this incredible profession and company called Isagenix. And I want to just share with you a few stats, okay, which are what we deal with on a daily basis out there in the real world. Okay, so the first one's, you know, scary to say the least, that 85% of UK adults experience stress regularly. And one that's not on there is that most heart attacks in this country happen on a Monday morning. Can you imagine why that would be? That most heart attacks happen on a Monday morning. Over a third of British residents feel stressed for at least one full day per week, 24 hours a week of stress in their lives. And the most common causes of these guys is a lack of money, followed by an unfulfilling job, which then leads to their health being implicated. Health concerns, failure to get enough sleep, having not enough time in a day, household chores even. And would you agree, guys? Chuck a yes in the chat if it feels like you're born into a world, or you're living in a world today where it feels like there's not even enough hours in the day for you to complete your household chores. for you to say goodnight to your children. You know, you wake up early, you come home late. At this time of year, you wake up when it's dark and you come home when it's dark. It's no wonder people are stressed. They don't even see the light of day for several months a year. And then 39% of UK adults admit that they feel too stressed in their day-to-day lives. People are losing the will. And in some cases, as scary as it is, guys, literally losing the will to live. Okay, so are you starting to see that what you put in that chat there, you're not alone? Everyone else out there in the world, especially here in the UK, are dealing with the same things. Okay, so this is something that I wanted to read to you guys. Now, the image on the left is a snapshot from an article in the Office of National Statistics, or Office for National Statistics, which is a government website, guys. Okay, so I want you to know that this is the place where you can find any statistic about this country. Okay, and it is put together by the government themselves. And what it says in a recent article was national living wage earners fall short of average family spending. Okay, so what that means, guys, is people who are working their butts off still don't have enough money to support their families, still don't have enough money to make ends meet. And these are honest, hardworking people. And it hurt me so much, guys, that I felt I had to do a post about it on Facebook. I was sick and tired of keeping my mouth shut about the thing that nobody is willing to talk about. And so I'm just going to read it to you super quick, guys. I can't keep my mouth shut any longer. This is not a post for the faint-hearted or anyone who is easily offended by the truth. But every day I speak to people who are struggling to make ends meet. They work their asses off, week in, week out. And for what? Debt, bills, stress, worry, and struggle. And if a hardworking family so much as goes on a holiday each year, they often have to accumulate debt to do it. So where is the reward for all the hard hours that they work to put food on the table and a roof over their heads? I'm sick and tired of hearing that people can't afford the luxury of a summer holiday with their family, that people can't afford to buy nice presents for their kids, or can't afford to pay the bills. You know, the amount of people I speak to, guys, that can't afford to start one of our healthy lifestyle programs to get their health and their body confidence back is ridiculous. And this is a program that works out to be less than £2 a meal. It's just not fair. And people need to be made aware of the truth so that they can powerfully choose not to spend the rest of their precious lives never getting ahead. And all you need to do, guys, is click on that website, Office for National Statistics, and the evidence is right there in front of you. They're not hiding it. They put the evidence that people can't make ends meet in our faces, yet nothing changes. Okay? And so the sooner people realize that trading your time for money doesn't set you free, and the sooner they realize that you can begin to escape this vicious cycle that the vast majority of this country is trapped in, the better. And this is my reason why I'm so deeply connected to sharing this message with you, because we have a solution, guys. Something has come into our lives that can set you free. And I am so proud and grateful to be able to share this with you. So a few reasons why network marketing is so applicable in the world today and why it's a better way. It is literally the best opportunity to hit our generation. And the reason for it, guys, is there's endless reasons, but just a couple of real powerful ones that stood out for me is that redundancy is at an all-time high. Okay, so in fact, guys, chuck in the chat if you know somebody in your life personally who has been made redundant, or somebody who has lost their job without warning, and they've dedicated years of blood, sweat, tears, and loyalty to that job. I'm just going to read the chat. Louise says, too many. Yep, especially in sales. I thought that it takes 2 to 3 years. Right? Damn, that's impressive. Good on you, Shaz. So look, 50% of jobs, guys, in the next 10 to 20 years are going to be made redundant. That is a scary stat. Half of the jobs that you see out there in the world, or sorry, let's just talk UK, in the UK today, are going to not be here in the next decade. That's our lifetime. That's our lifetime or our kids' lifetime. There is a 50% chance you will not have a job in the next 10 to 20 years. And it's all because of automation. Computers and robots can replace you for less cost. They don't need to sleep and they don't complain. Is there any wonder why things like self-checkouts, automated phone robots, you know, self-service counters in petrol stations, anywhere you go, is there any reason why profit-hungry people aren't reaching for automation? Because they can replace you and no one will talk up about it. Okay, so redundancy is real, guys. Expect it, it's coming. Now, social media is an amazing thing when it's used for the right things. So I want to invite you guys to stop looking at cat videos and getting stuck in the frickin' scroll hole and wasting your life, you know, craving that you had a life of someone else that you don't even know, envying the things that they do on social media, when you could realize that because of that thing, by next year, you can contact a third of the world, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for free. Free! You can reach out to a third of the world and share your story, share your message with them. Let them know that you have a better way, something that can help them with their health, something that can help them get out of financial hardship. That is what you have in your hand when you're looking at your smartphone. You just don't realize it yet. And I didn't either. And this is what network marketing is. It's people helping people. Now, the beauty, guys, is look at the difference, right? So you chucked some things in the chat earlier on. You said, not enough money, not enough time, I hate my job. All the same things that I felt just a few years ago. And then look at this. If this was a sales pitch for a job and someone says, hey, I've got an opportunity for you. It involves no boss, no employees. You only have one overhead and it's the food that you eat. And there is no limit to the amount of money you can make on this or the amount of people that you can help. You can work from wherever you want in the world. What would you say? Chuck something in the chat. Just tell me what you would say if somebody offered you an opportunity like that. Brad says it's the way the world is developing. Absolutely. What would you say if someone offered you that? Where do I sign, says Megs. Sign me up. You're lying. Sounds like a sci-fi movie. So isn't it crazy, guys, that people were so willing to hear the pain, the struggle, and the stress, but then you offer them a way out and they just don't believe it's true or they think it's a joke. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Okay, so this is exactly what we're offering you. And just before I move on, guys, one last thing, and this is such a powerful analogy. How am I doing for time, Yost? Am I good? Yeah, good. Okay, cool. One last thing. This is so, so powerful, guys. Imagine you wake up, right? And the moment you open your eyes, there's this little meter. Do you know the clickers that people use when they're counting people into a nightclub? Imagine one of those, like just floating around on the screen, all right? Every time you turn on a tap, or you press the light switch, or you go into your car, or you use your phone, or you turn the heaters on, or you wear your clothes, that meter is ticking up. There's a little pound sign in front of it, and those numbers are ticking up every second of every day. Every second of every day, you are accumulating bills and you're accumulating debt. That is just reality. That's not unknown, right? But the scary thing is that that ticks up whether you use it or not, right? If you use your car or not, you still have to pay insurance. Whether you use your car or not, you still have to pay road tax. Whether you use the council facilities in this country or not, you still have to pay your council tax. Okay, so there's loads of residual bills that tick up in your life. Even when you're sleeping, you are owing money. Okay, so why on earth is there no type of job out there that pays you in the same way? Why are you not getting paid while you sleep? Because you're accumulating bills while you sleep. So surely you should be accumulating money to cover those bills while you sleep too, right? But the only thing that we get paid for now is when you trade your time for money, and you only have so much time in each day to make that money count. Okay, so it makes sense to have a residual income, and that's exactly what network marketing pays you. It's an income where you can do an amazing piece of work once and get paid on that piece of work for the rest of your life. Okay, it is amazing. Me and Hannah get to earn money while we sleep. We get to earn money while we travel, while we spend time with our friends, our families, and all thanks to this incredible profession of network marketing and the Start Your Life movement. Okay, so that is the last thing I'll say on that. Chuck a yes in the chat if you're starting to see how incredible this opportunity is. If it's starting to make sense, if the penny is dropping, hell yes. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, guys, so I'm going to finish on this, all right? So obviously you're going to want to know how to earn the money. And I want to show you how simple this is. So just to remind you, this was a guy who was making 100 sales calls, cold calls a day, 60 hours a week, calling people, getting told to F off, get a real job, leave me alone, all the rest of it. You know, a very, very horrible job, was not enjoyable. Okay. And then somebody said to me, here's how you can eat for free. It's called You Share, They Share, Repeat. And here's how it works. So you join Isagenix. You get inspired by the Start Your Life movement. You say, hell yes, I want some of that. Sign me up. Okay. So you get started and then you share your experience with others. And let's say that you sign a couple of friends or family members or complete strangers up because they're so inspired by your story. Now, in this example, we're going to use the Ultimate Pack, but there's different packs to suit every goal and budget in Isagenix. But in this example, we're going to use the Ultimate Pack. So let's say that Jack on the right, Jill on the left, both get started on the Ultimate Pack. Isagenix pays you £50 called a product introduction bonus every time you get somebody started on that pack. Okay? Now here's where it gets exciting, guys. If you do that in the same week, so if you get 2 or more people started in the same week, that's Monday to Monday, Isagenix doubles every single bonus, every one of them. So if you get 2 people started, you get £100 per person. 3 people started, £100 per 3 people. Okay, so that's £300, so on and so forth. There's no limit. Now, it doesn't just recognize when you share the products with people and pay you for that, but it also recognizes when you help other people. Okay, so the first part of this, the You Share, is just you helping 2 people get started on their pack. Okay, and you get rewarded for achieving your first leadership level, an extra £37. So far, for helping 2 people get started in the same week, £237. Okay, that's a lot of money for people. That could change a family's life if they're earning £237 extra per month. In fact, there's a stat I read, which is something around an extra £500 per month would reduce the divorce rate by half in this country if people had an extra £500 a month for their family. How crazy is that? So £237 so far. Now, naturally, if you've experienced this, you want to help other people eat for free or help other people earn an income as well. Okay? So what you do is you help Jack and Jill find their 2 friends to get started. And Isagenix rewards you for helping them get started as well. And you get £74 for helping Jill find 2 friends, £74 for helping Jack. So far, you've got £37 bonus for helping 2 people, £200 in helping them for their packs, and a £148 consultant development bonus. Okay, so far that's £385 in bonus money. And again, guys, you can do this in as short or as long as you like. You could do this in a week if you wanted to. Okay, so here's the last thing that really blows my mind, is if you do this within 60 days, 2 whole months of pushing, yes, I want to earn money with Isagenix in your back office, you get another bonus of £185 called our Crystal Manager bonus. And that's the They Share part. So You Share is this, They Share is this. By the time you add all of that up, guys, it's £570 in bonus money for getting healthy, eating food, and helping other people do just that. Chuck a what the heck or a WTF or an OMG in the chat if that is not the simplest way to earn almost £600 you've ever heard of. Get me started, says Louise. Awesome. That's it. Amazing. Woohoo! Claire, says Brad. Oh my God, says Brandon. Awesome. Love it, guys. So guys, that is basically the first step. There is no limit to how many times you can do this. There's no limit to how many people you can help. And just imagine this one last thing, right? And then I'll wrap up because Yost is probably screwing that I've gone over time. Okay. And that's that. Imagine if you find someone like me. One day you're sharing your Isagenix story with a stranger or a friend or somebody who is sick and tired of their job, and you happen to catch them at the right time. And that Jack or that Jill turns into somebody who wants to run with this business all the way to the top. Imagine the amount of revenue or money that just introducing one person at the right time who goes for this can bring into your life. You know, and one thing I'll leave you with, guys, is I'm 27 years old. My partner Hannah is 20, and we will never ever have to work for somebody else again for the rest of our lives. And every day we wake up and we say what we're grateful for, because what this took for this to happen was for somebody like you and me to be brave enough to reach out and offer somebody a way out. Okay, it could be the scariest thing in the world to do. But if that guy, Adam Nesbitt, and I hope he watches this recording, I freaking love you, bro, didn't reach out to me that day and say, you're worth more, you're destined for bigger things than this, I would still be in that job right now, probably crying into my hands at that 60 hours a week of soul-sucking work that I used to have to do every week. Okay, so my message to you guys is put aside everything you've ever believed, put aside all your skepticism, put aside all your self-limiting beliefs, and understand that you've just invested the best 30 minutes of your freaking life to learn about an opportunity that is changing thousands of people's lives around the world, just like me and just like you. And all I'll say, guys, is thank you so much. I had to really struggle not to cry then, because it means so much to me. I love you, Louise. I see you doing that in the corner. Love you, darlings. He's just joined. I'm just so grateful that you guys took some time out of your night to listen to my story and let me share Isagenix with you. So love you lots, guys, and I hope you got something out of the call.
Thank you very much, Sam. That was an awesome call. I have some really good takeaways. If you guys on the call, if you really liked what Sam has shared, and if you were a guest, then please go back to that person who has invited you to this call and ask them how to get started. If you do want to know more and you happen to live around London or in the London area, on the 15th of November this month, we have in the Isagenix head office, we'll have a opportunity meeting. It's aimed all about starts, a bunch of young people coming together and sharing this vision, but then live instead of via a Zoom call. Starts at 7, so if you can make it, I'd love to see you there. Thank you very much, Sam.
You're welcome, guys. Have a beautiful night. See you at the next event. Love you guys. Thank you.